Foster, Fulton, post-fight thoughts. Let's go.
Push the weight enough flex. The live is one in the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Let's talk about it. This was one-sided. First and foremost, shout out to Oshaki Foster. He's a moderator on my channel, by the way. Y'all may have seen him, y'all may have not. But shout out to Shock for getting it done. I appreciate him for showing discipline in his camp and making weight. Scooter didn't pay the price. He was 2 pounds over from what I was told. He missed weight 3 times. I don't think he cared to make weight. I think he had other plans. There's a lot you can learn, especially by watching the lower weights. If you look at the difference in physique in Oshaki Foster, you look at the trunk area, you look at the abs area, you saw all of his abs, you saw his ribs, you saw sort of the definition. You didn't see that with Scoot. Now, you've seen that before. Prior fights, you've seen it before. I don't think he paid the price. I'm not even sure if he worked on technique, and if he did, there's a few things happening. Whatever they worked on in camp, which I don't know, it wasn't working. And I gotta say this, Boozy was ineffective in that corner. Boozy was ineffective in that corner. He was ineffective in that corner. I'm just watching it like, I'm just hearing things like, there's too much in this short video to get into that, you know, but I didn't hear sound advice. You know, I'm no trainer, but I didn't hear sound advice. And if he gave him sound advice, it wasn't executed because Scooter at no point didn't switch gears. He didn't give Oshaki any different looks. Oshaki got his respect early in the fight. He got his respect very early in the fight, and he never recovered from that. Scooter felt something that he ain't want no part of later on in the rounds. He was outboxed thoroughly. There may have been one close round, and that was probably the first round. Outside of that, you know, he couldn't do nothing with Shock. This was his night. Shocky was very calm. Shocky was he exercised range. The length is not, the reach is not that different between them. But Oshaki seemed like the taller fighter the way he fought. He dictated the pace. He put Scooter on the back foot, bust his nose up, bust his mouth up. He just really couldn't do anything with him. He couldn't do anything with him. Now, here's the problem, and I'm sure, you know, we all know now. Shout out to Bud Crawford because he put the WBC on full blast, and no sooner than he did that, they show us that, you know, they're up to their classic tricks. The winner of this fight, if you looked at the fight on the bottom left-hand side, it said it's for the interim lightweight title. Whoever wins this fight becomes the mandatory for Shakur's title, or whatever the hell they have it in the ranking. They come, you know, I forget, but I'm so annoyed with it. I'm just exhausted at this point. What y'all don't remember is that, you know, Shakur could have fought Oshaki. I believe he could have fought him at 130. You know, don't research it. They could have fought before. But Shakur already ducked him. And so now Oshaki wins this fight. Scooter's not really reprimanded for not doing his part to make weight. So I don't know what's going to happen with him now. He has to get it together. But now I believe, according to what was said, unless things change, and it's the WBC, things are always subject to change. Um, he's now the mandatory for Shakur, but Shakur is fighting Tiafimo, and they're fighting at 140. Is that 40 or 47? Look, I'm tired. It's late. I'm tired. But I don't think Shakur, after having that fight in the 40s, I don't think he's coming down. I don't think he'll come back down to 35. You understand? So what are they planning on doing? Having Oshaki dump his belts and come up to 35 so he could pay another sanctioning fee? Look, this whole thing, it makes me dizzy. It gives me vertigo. I'm annoyed with it. And I just need you guys to understand this is the politics and BS of boxing. And these are the things that gave daylight to guys like Turkey Al-Sheikh and Dana White to walk in through the front door. You know how they say someone crept in the back door? No. All this dysfunction and with these sanctioning bodies, and they decide that which fight is great for business, so they make sure that they have those fighters' best interests, because their best interest for them is them waving these WBC belts. I'm watching Eastside Cruz walk to the ring right now, and he has a WBC belt. What belt is that? What is that? Look, I'm just annoyed. I'm just annoyed at this point. Look, all of this dysfunction gave daylight to Turkey Al-Sheikh to come in and say, I'm going to throw money around and get these guys over here and forget those sanctioning fees or whatever. You come over here and it'll be one face, one name for real. You remember one face, one name? Remember when the brother Deontay Wilder said one face, one name, and y'all laughed at him? All he wanted was to be undisputed. That's all he wanted. But y'all laughed at him. If y'all go over there and start dealing with Turkey, there's really going to be one face, one name. It ain't going to be funny, though, when you're lower end on a totem pole, and Dana White got a hold of all the business, and you're not making those millions of dollars. You're actually going to have to be paid with what you're worth. It ain't going to be funny then, right? So all this moving and shaking they're doing, I don't know what's going on with the rankings now, with what the WBC is about to do with Oshaki and Shakur. But if Shakur don't come back down to 35, that's over with. And Oshaki's going to have to pay another sanctioning fee because he won tonight, and then he'll be at 35. And, all of this nonsense. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. I'm sick of it. I don't mean to go off on a tangent, but it's all relevant. It's all relevant. But salute to Oshaki Foster. Bad business on Scooter. Make weight, man. Make weight. If you're gonna go up to 35, go up to 35. But make weight, man. That was very unprofessional, man. That was very unprofessional. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!